Welcome everyone to the What is Coaching call. Okay, so if you don't know who I am, my name is Ashton Meyer. I am one of the founders of Believe to Achieve team, and I run a team with my success partner, John Walls, and his team is called Take Total Control. So we have our teams kind of connected together, and it's called Believe to Achieve to Take Total Control. So anyways, thank you guys all for hopping on here and, just giving the opportunity to listen to this, whether you're listening to the recording or whether you're on here live. It's so appreciative. Did I say that right? You'll hear me. I will slip my words all over the place. That's just who I am. But it's greatly appreciated to have you guys take time to figure out how this can be an investment in your life and really help you grow to rising your maximum potential and possibly, who knows, this, I swear, we are problem solvers. And that's what I look at, just what our team does and everything. We have people who have problems they have health issues. We have people who are wanting to become financially free. There's parents that want to be at home with their kids and stuff and want to grow them up and raise them up instead of having someone else do it. And so this business has been solving problems for other people, and it's been great and amazing to watch everybody's journey and just hear what their whys are and hear what they're passionate about and just coming together as a family and helping each other accomplish their goals, right? So anyways, normally I have a slideshow and it kind of goes over just a bunch of basic different stuff, talking about my story. John usually talks about his story, and as well as getting to know a little bit more about the company in general and how amazing it's blessed our lives and other people's lives and what there is to offer from our team. However, today I just got whacked by the Lord. So first off, if you aren't a believer, it is completely okay. I'll tell you right now, this is like a buffet table. Take what you want, leave what you don't. And but I am very much into my faith. I love the Lord. I spend time with him every single day, and he just totally whacked me with, Ashton, you need to talk. You need to speak about your story. You need to get down to your passion and your why and the heart behind Believe to Achieve. And as I sit here and talk about it, tears just want to come pouring out because of how much my life has changed and how much my heart hurts because I see so many people that are struggling. And I'm not going to get into this because I'll talk to you about it in a second. So anyways, I just want to share a little bit about my story because some of you guys may not know who I am. And so I have a long 7-year journey with Team Beachbody and with my health and fitness journey and everything that I could sit here for probably a good 2 to 3 hours just pouring out my story to you from point A to point Z. But that's not what I want to sit here and chat with you about. I want to talk to you about my story, but I'm just going to share bits and pieces. So if you guys have questions, feel free to message me if you want to know more in details about certain things. I am an open book. I am someone who feels like I have nothing to hide. If somebody wanted to lay out my story to the whole world and everything, like all the good, all the bad, all the ugly, all the holy crap, I probably shouldn't have done that moments, it's an open book. But long story short is I continued to gain weight through each pregnancy and ended up having back surgery in January of 2011. Yeah, 2010. Sorry, see, I don't even know my own story. January of 2010, I had back surgery. I had half my L5 disc. And that was enough to wake me up to be like, hey, Ashton, if something happens to you, and of course, I didn't know who it was that was talking to me at this time. We think there's thoughts in the head, but the Lord was really pulling on my heart. Like, Ashton, if you continue to go down the path that you're going down and making the decisions and choices that you're making, what is going to happen if something extremely bad happens to you, what's going to happen to those kids? So I didn't want my kids to get split up. I didn't want my kids to be without me. And it tore me apart because I'm like, no, like that can't happen. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get healthy and fit. I want to make this change. So I put I looked at it like a scale. Okay. You guys, like I had this, the scales that teeter totter, whatever. And I put all of my addictions because, I was smoking, I was gambling. I didn't have enough money to start up doing whatever it was, because I had all these investments over here and was going out to eat. All my addictions went here, drinking, whatever you want to do. I wasn't doing drugs at that time, but that was in my way past. But all that stuff went here and my kids went here. And I just couldn't even imagine looking them in the face and saying, hey kids, I love you so much, but all these things over here are more important in my life, that I'm going to continue to do all these things here, that your mom may not live a full life. I may pass away at the age of 50, or I'm sitting here with diabetes, or you can't go in gymnastics because I was so selfish enough because of all of my crappy addictions, and sorry. And it's kind of an eye opener because I don't think a lot of people see it that way, like they're like, how did you quit doing this? Or how did you quit? I wanted to do it for me, but when I'm looking at those kids, I couldn't sit there. I mean, could you seriously wake up and tell your spouse or your kids that? And if you don't have that, could you wake up and tell even your family members or your friends, I feel like we just don't think very clearly about things, and we lead into our flesh and our addictions and stuff. It's hard, don't get me wrong, but that's where our support system comes. That's where a big, huge part of what we do with Team Beachbody. I mean, it's the tribe, it's family, it's the connection that we have and everything. So anyways, I hopped into to the workouts and everything. I'm not going to go into everything that I did, but I lost 100 pounds in 18 months and I continued to progress and get healthy and fit. I didn't even finish my first round of Insanity. And yes, I was 238 pounds doing Insanity. I'm crazy. I'm totally nuts. Yep. You got that right. But I didn't even finish a first round of Insanity before I got into coaching. I didn't want to at first. And because my first thoughts were, I'm obese. Nobody's going to listen to me. I don't have anything to offer people. I'm not good enough. This and that and da, 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 da. All these little lies that came up in my head. And my coach had me in her group and she's like, Ashton, what are people saying on your pictures when you're posting them out? Like, you're already doing what a coach does. You're sharing your journey and people are being inspired by it and they're motivated by what you're saying. And I wasn't even saying a whole lot, right? Like, I'm like, yeah, I just got my work done, even though I'm tired. I'm doing this and I'm exhausted, but I got my workout in, And people were more motivated and loving and inspired by what I was posting out. And I was like, fine, whatever. I had the mentality of quitting. Like, I seriously wanted to quit like probably 8 to 9 times the very first month. I had my stuff ready to go to quit just because I'm like, this is ridiculous, Anyways, lo and behold, it kept me more accountable, because if I wouldn't have joined as a coach, I probably would have lost my 60 pounds that I lost, or 50 pounds with Insanity, 2 rounds of it, and then I probably would have quit. I never, ever, ever thought that I would be under 180. And that totally blew that out of the water. But this journey has been continuous. I went through being homeless during this journey. I went through a lot of battles and struggles, and the Lord really pulled on my heart. And this is where I got to actually know him, through reading personal development and him pulling on my heart and telling me to come and seek him and everything. And I made lots of compromises, and I ended up pregnant again. Was married and went through a divorce. And all this time going through, there was so much. And there was a point in my time going through the marriage and divorce that I felt so worthless. It was like, what? Like I don't get this. I don't understand. And the only thing that continued to pull me through was my God, our team, our challengers. That was, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have them. And I'm so blessed and thankful. And that's where I really just want to share so much with you guys. So anyways, I'm still on this journey. We talk about how our challenge groups are not challenge groups. It's a lifers group. So once people are invested into the lifers group, they're in it for life. If they want to get out, they can get out, but they're never going to leave it. We want to do this life together. We want people to keep pushing, because it becomes a battle, it becomes a struggle, because we see the norm, right? The norm is food around holidays, food around this, food that, food this, or just things that are not good for our lives. So I don't know about you guys, but what God put on my heart to share about my hometown, and in my hometown and everything, alcohol and drugs are, I know it's everywhere, but I swear our motto here where I live is, I'm from Dubuque, I party till I puke. And people are proud of that. And if we are not the number one drinking town, I can't remember. I think we came in third for the drunkest town in the United States. Yeah, no joke. And there were comments going off that we weren't number one. It was heartbreaking. And it is heartbreaking, because we've lost so many people, so many people that we went to school with from overdose and drugs. And it's scary. And it's people use these things, whether it's food, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's, I could go into more things, but they use these things to fill a hole and a void, because people, there's suicide too, right? People are not feeling important. They are not feeling like they're loved. They're not feeling like they matter. They're so consumed in debt and stuff. And they think that that's the end of the world too and stuff. And I get it. I totally get it. We're here, and money is a necessity, right? It's a necessity. And God's given us gifts to be able to use to grow an income, to make money. Money is a reward. And some people are like, but money is evil. It says that in the Bible. No. Money is not evil. Jesus knew the importance of money. And I could sit here and get into scriptures about how he said this and this and this, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to tell you is, it says the love of money is the root of all evil. So those that have a love for money, money, hungry, those that prosper can give even more. They can do things with their money. They can invest in different things and this and that. So money is not evil, and it's okay to make an abundance, because God has called us to prosper and to have an abundant life. We're supposed to have more than expected. And so this is another one of the reasons why I love the business that we do. Because like I said, I came a part of this business, and I have felt more loved by the people in our challenges and by the people in our team, and have grown so much into knowing the Lord that I can't even think about the person who I was 7 years ago. And I know that if I can go through some crazy, insane journey, being homeless, going through a divorce, dealing with things that I never ever thought I would, I know that, and still loving the Lord, I know that other people can too. And it really, honestly, it starts though. I'm not saying, hey, come with me and know the Lord, even though it kind of just plants seeds, and I'm just being real and honest. But all it takes is for you to make one small step in the right direction that will lead you to the biggest change in your entire life. And I feel like health and fitness has a big part of that, because there's no way when you're sitting there struggling, when you're feeling like you're not good enough, when you're feeling like you don't matter, when you feel like you're not loved, and you are so tired and you're frustrated with your 9 to 5, and it's the same cycle over and over and over, you're not doing what you're called to do. And how in the world can you even do what you're called to do if you're not taking care of your body? You're not fueling it with the proper nutrition. You're not getting an exercise that gives you natural endorphins. You're not getting enough rest at night. You're getting 4 hours of sleep. Like, this is all a part of it. This isn't just about, hey, you got to work out and drink Shakeology or anything like that. No, we talk about personal development. We talk about getting enough sleep. We talk about recovering your body, making sure that you're getting massages and foam rolling and taking care of your whole life. We want people to build strong relationships with their spouses, strong relationships with their kids and family. This is so much more than just being a part of Team Beachbody, and so much more than just, hey, you're selling this or doing this and that. But like I said, it's a community, it's a tribe, it's a place of growth where we each are a part. We take our gifts and we use our gifts to help other people. So let me tell you here, Beachbody hasn't slowed down. That's one thing, is they're like, well, there's an abundance of coaches and everything. And I'm going to tell you right now, Beachbody isn't for everybody. Coaching isn't for everybody. There's a lot of people that aren't called to run a business, to be an entrepreneur and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people who are called to entrepreneurship and they are not doing what they're called to do. And so what I was saying here is that money is what you receive when you help someone achieve their goals, right? So money it's a reward. And no matter what you're doing, so maybe you're working a 9 to 5 job that you hate. You're obviously not doing what you're called to do, but you're getting paid for using your gifts and using your talents, or doing something that they're wanting you, like you're using your gifts and talents to achieve a goal for somebody else, right? To achieve this or that. So why not create your own business and helping other people and working on your goals at the same time? Because I have a lot of people that will hear this whole MLM ordeal and they're like, and I'm like, okay, what do you get paid to do? Well, I do this. Okay, so what's any different from you doing what you're doing from what I'm doing? Well, you're off selling and and this is a pyramid. No, it's really, really not, because I can make more money than my coach. And I'm sorry, you said that you work at Walmart. Not saying anything wrong with Walmart, but you as a like a clerk cannot make more than what the manager's making, right? So just because my income is based on my activity level, on the things that I do, and how many people that I help rise to their maximum potential, my paycheck is a direct reflection of how many lives I change and inspire. And you're going to get mad because I'm working in MLM and you hear this and that, and it's this and that and bad. You know what? If I told you I have this amazing apple, it's the best apple that I've ever tasted in my entire life, how would you know that it's the best apple that you've tasted? That's right. You'd have to take a bite of it. So you can't sit here and tell me anything about MLMs or anything about what our team is about or what we do, or it's this or it's that, until you experience it, until you take a bite. And that's what I want people to do, is just to be able to taste even a fraction of, whether, even if it's not getting into the team, whether it's just starting with your health and fitness. But I will tell you, joining the team was what made probably the biggest progression of my health and fitness, of my personal development, and of me getting to know my God and how good He is. You know, your future starts with whatever is in your hand today, and nothing is too little to multiply. You have gifts and you have talents that you could be using to help others. And again, you know what? I hear I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'm sorry, but that's a bunch of bullcrap, because I've been in that same situation. And if me as a single parent can run a business and come up with the money some way, somehow, where there's a will, there's a way, then I know anybody else can as well. Okay? I know that it can be done. It's just really the value, because if you're out there, like, I know people who went and sold their clothes. They had a huge wardrobe. They sold their clothes, they sold purses, they sold their shoes. You know what? There's some way that you can come up with a small investment. What's the investment? Well, really, you could join as a coach for $39.99, but I think that that's really silly and stupid and ridiculous, because you're not getting the workouts and you're not getting to try Shakeology or anything like that. I would say the smallest investment is $160. And if you think about that, if you look at any other company that has started, how much money do they have to invest? Thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in order to create a multi-million-dollar business, but yet people can invest $160 in their health, in their fitness, in their personal development, and also in their finances to create something that could go to 6 figures or 7 figures a year. That's a pretty small investment, right? That's a really, 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 really tiny investment to me. So I'm just saying. So what do? Our company focuses on people. Their whole mission is helping people live healthy, fulfilling lives. They want to end this trend of obesity. They want to keep people moving and keep people active and keep people growing to their maximum potential, right? So we focus on fitness and nutrition and support and rewards, and it all seriously is amazing. Like, we really are a family. Like, you have no idea what you'll experience until you take a bite. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what a coach doesn't have to be. Like, a coach does not have to be a fitness expert, because I hear that all the time too. Like, I'm not at my goal yet. I can't do. Okay, I wasn't at my goal yet either. And it's not about that. You shouldn't already be at your goal yet. You should be working to accomplish your goal and asking people to join you. Because then when you get people to join you and you're doing it together, it makes it so much more fun. Like, you have no idea. Plus, we're not called to be the fitness experts. We're not called to be the nutrition experts. We have a huge, massive, amazing team of super trainers. And also we have amazing nutritionists that have come up with this formula for Shakeology, that have, reformulated it and stuff, and always looking for the best ingredients that we can intake and everything. So you're not an experienced salesperson either. Now, if you really got down to it, are you selling things? Yeah, you are. This business is, how do I put this? This business is hard work, okay? It's simple work though. It's very, very simple work, but you will be working hard. And it's blessed work, okay? So as far as talking about sales or whatever, you don't have to be a great salesperson. Are you selling things? Yeah, technically you are. You are. But what are you doing? You're sharing how your life is changing. And I'm going to tell you, once you see your life change, like, you're getting healthy, you're getting fit, you're like, everything's changing, and you're like, dude, everybody needs to experience this. So like I said with the apple, I've been so excited and passionate about wanting other people to even experience just a bite of what I have, because it's changed so much and my life is so full of joy. And like, I'm the one where people are like, how much have you had to drink? And I'm like, probably like 8 of these. What's in it? Water. Like, I've never been more full of joy and more full of peace and more full of love and passion and purpose and drive and speaking God's blessing over my life than I have now. Sorry, I was just trying to see if there was any questions that were coming up here. Okay. So we just, again, we share our life and we share our journey and we stay committed to being a product of the product, and we work on our health and fitness journey. We have a team of people where we help you guys, through social media. We have trainings that we do. We have these calls to let people know, hey, this is what is coaching. We have audibles. There's so many tools and resources that are out there that there is no reason why you can't succeed in helping other people. Plus, how many people do you know? And have you ever heard the statement that you are only 5 people away from anyone around the world? Isn't it crazy? Because you know this person who knows this person who knows this person who knows that person over there. And no joke, it's crazy. It's crazy that you could seriously get in contact with anybody. So I'm going to kind of wrap this up here. I know I've been talking a lot, but the biggest thing is that through this journey, God has put on my heart to be able to show people how to believe in order to achieve. That for those of you that are sitting here, like, yeah, I feel like I don't have a purpose. I feel like I don't really have a great connection with people. I feel like I'm stuck in this hole, and you're looking for a way out. You're looking for a tool. I'm telling you, put your faith and trust in me and let us help you and guide you, because if you can't believe in yourself, let me at least believe in you until you do. Because I know I see the potential in everyone. I see how much greatness that God has put in each and every individual that it breaks my heart that I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you like, come on. I want to cry because there's so much that we can be doing where we are helping one another, and you just see all the crap that is sucked up in the world today. And you're like, why? Like, we can make such an impact in people's lives. And it really starts with you working on your journey, and other people are going to see that and they're going to be like, what are you doing? And you're like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. And that's how this whole compound effect starts, and this whole domino effect starts. And there's really no words to describe how amazing this coaching opportunity has been for me and so many others. They've been in rock bottom of places and has brought themselves to such beautiful places. And we only want other people to experience that. So whoever sent this to you, or if I'm your coach, or maybe you don't even have a coach and you just stumbled across this video, you can message me, you can call me, you can text me, and we can talk about your goals. But I want to help you. I want to help you solve your problems financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I want to be there to guide you to success for your life and what God's called you to. So, like I said, it's really a small investment. There's so many different options that you can choose from, but it starts with you taking that leap of faith. Faith is a substance not seen, and letting me help guide you, letting our team help guide you. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for joining this call and just for being open ears and listening to me rant and rumble, because I could talk forever. But y'all know how to get a hold of whoever brought you on, or you know how to get a hold of me, Ashton Meyer. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, And I hope that you guys have a blessed night. I'll see you soon.